Hi guys, so I'm hoping the background noise isn't too much for you all, but I'm sat in, well, you can see here, oops, other side, it's hard to get the bearings, in Vila Moura in Portugal and the Algarve in the south. Just come off 3 amazing days of golf with my almost 88, well he's 88 now I should say, soon to be 89, and this time, give or take, next year he'll be 90-year-old grandfather and my father, and tried a real blast, real good time. And it just brought me back to something about reflecting, because there was a photo of us back in December, and if I look at where, and I've talked about this in a video quite recently, but it's worth going over again. If I look at where I was in December of 2022, and I'm now sat here in July of 2023, so let's say 7-8 months later, you could not be further away from where I was then. Then I didn't know where I wanted to go in life. I had no direction. I was still living with my parents, back from a messy divorce and all the rest of it. And now I'm in a totally different spot. So that's the first thing. Then obviously playing with family and spending time with family is just phenomenal. You know, being able to spend time with my grandfather at the age that he is, and to do an activity that all 3 generations, my father, grandfather and I, can enjoy together is just, I'm so grateful for that, and it's amazing, and heartwarming and wholesome, I guess. And then my father, we first time went to Vila Moura, and we stayed where you can actually kind of see roughly where it is. It's there in the backdrop, that building. So we stayed over there, and he asked me how long ago that was, and I thought back, and I thought, well, it's probably 9 or so years ago, and I referenced that based off when I left Tesco. I was fired from Tesco, and that was that was unpleasant experience, but that's for another time. So I'd just been fired from Tesco. I was just trying to figure out where I was going to go in life, because up until that point Tesco had treated me pretty well. I could see myself ascending the ladder of Tesco and just seeing where things were going, really. And I got fired, and the rug got pulled from under my feet. I had no idea what I was doing. And I look back at those photographs, and you know, I was in such much better, a lot better shape. I was probably half the way I am now, but then I look at those eyes, and remember that period of just like not knowing where my life was going, and that kind of realization that I wasn't in control of my own destiny. I didn't know where I wanted to go. And again, that was 2014. I'm sat here in 2023. So that's 9 years. And so it's just really interesting. I guess this episode's really about reflecting. Good old Lord Sugar called me Mr. Hindsight and be more Mr. Foresight, and there's plenty of mileage in what he's saying. There's also an important point of looking back and seeing where you were and how far you've come. So I guess it's all about reflecting. It's all about the wholesome, spending time with family, and just making the most of every day, guys. You know, you just don't know when, you know, you see things in the news, see people, all sorts of situations passing away, unfortunately, too early, and you hear of this all the time. So take time, spend time with the loved ones, spend time with people that you want to spend time with. Look back upon times where you maybe weren't in the position that you are. You might not be in the best position right now that you want to be in, but you may be a long way further down the road than you think you are when you look back at some photos or some memories or something from years gone by. And perhaps if you aren't in the spot you want to be, what can you start doing day in, day out to put those small steps in place, so come this time next year, come this time in the next 5 years, come this time next decade, you look back fondly and you go, that was the time that I decided to make a change, and I decided to make a change. And as I always say, it's not about setting the goal that matters, it's the general direction of travel. With that, guys, I wish you farewell, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the evening. I hate to break it to you, but it's probably 30 degrees here, and you can see not a cloud in the sky. It's absolutely stunning everywhere you turn, and I'd highly recommend it. If you ever want to play golf and be around family and whatever, then Vila Moura in Portugal is a 2.5-hour flight from the UK. It's reasonably priced, I would say, when you're out here, and great golf and just great, really cool place to be. So anyway, keep well, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll catch you again. Cheerio.